AI just took another massive leap, and almost no one is talking about it. Seedream 4.0 just dropped, and it's not just an upgrade. This changes what's possible with AI generated images. Imagine creating professional level images and even ads from a single idea. That's what Seedream 4.0 is claiming. But does it really actually deliver, or is it just hype? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to be breaking down Seedream 4.0 can really do, the features nobody else is showing you, and whether this tool could actually replace parts of your creative workflow and even other image generators like Nano Banana. First, let's just start off with what Seedream 4.0 is and what it's claiming to do. They say you can do different things like batch outputs, but not in a way that you think. It's not doing the same variations of different images that you are prompting. Like here, for example, you see this image, it's this girl in actually different points of view. They say refer to this image and generate 3 images from different views: 360 view, overhead view, an elevated view, and back view. Don't change the girl's appearance or outfit. So literally, you got 3 different images. One with her to her side, more centered in the front, but kind of below, and then one behind her, all wearing the same scarf and outfit, as well as in more or less the same area. Not only that, they have this where you can actually create logos, where they say refer to this logo, create a set of visual designs for an outdoor sports brand named Green. The product includes packaging, bags, hats, card, wristbands, cartons, lanyards. The main visual color is green with a simple and modern style, where they literally are creating different branding assets. Think about this for your favorite Marvel movie. If they were a new character just got introduced, Blade, and we wanted to create different type of merchandise for this new character, this could really be generated, mock-ups instantly. I have another one here where it's this guy running, and it has all these different images with that same type of trail light coming from them. Refer to this style of image, generate a set of images showing different sports. They will be used to create a series of advertisements. Note to keep the same figure silhouette in the background. And as you see, even with the boxing or biking, or even with them dunking, you can still see that this guy has that trail of light coming from them, as well as they have them in the background like a ghost kind of haunting them. Also, they have these prompt-based editing where you can create high-quality images and make precise edits with just one single sentence. Turn your words into any visual and watch them come to life. Where you see where it's this girl and they say remove the boy in this picture, and you see the boy got removed. Same thing with change Santiago Music Festival to Seedream Photography Exhibition, and it changes the flyer right up. Not only that, it said turn on the lights to light up the room. The outside is still evening, and you see that it turned day into night, and it looks a lot more livelier. These images look like it's been like 4K upscaled or something, how crisp these are. But not only that, they can even change different draft images into like a full-blown image. Where you see is this image that has like a rough outline drawing of it, like a quick sketch, and they are able to make this a real life image. They say refer to this line draft, generate a scene on a red clay tennis court under the sun where the athlete is wearing a red top, white shorts, is throwing up the tennis ball high, preparing to serve. Even with them replacing this dog with another dog, even adding color to images. Even with they have this picture of this woman and they're able to generate her in just different styles, where the prompt is change this picture to 4 styles: Hong Kong's 90s styles, Baroque style, oil painting, and CG style. You can tell that they kept the main character as well as the scene and the environment, clothes and everything, but they changed the style of how this picture was taken, almost as it was taking a picture and turning it into a painting. Even with this logo, they're able to turn this Seedream into different texture. They change the texture of the brand name into bronze, knitted, origami, and building blocks, which you see here. They have that all, which is absolutely insane. This is absolutely crazy, especially coming off the heels of Nano Banana. They even have this bird where they say generate other styles of this picture: oil painting, green mountain, and water style, watercolor painting, ink painting style. Where you see that they took this real life photo and changed it into different styles. Doesn't even stop there. You can actually do much more with this with knowledge driven generation. where they have this freaking art gallery where they said design a retro website for a high-end museum, adopting an earthy color tone with a concise and neat layout, focusing on display large images of the museum's collection of artwork. And if you did not know this was an image, you would probably think this is a page, an already live page of a really good UI UX developer. Not only that, they have another one where it said draw the following system of binary linear equations and the corresponding solution steps on the blackboard. 5x plus 2y equals 26, 2x minus y equals 5. And you see they have a step-by-step process as if it was written on a chalkboard. They even have this timeline for different Chinese dynasties, which I don't know Mandarin, so I'm not sure what this actually says to check if this is actually right or if the spelling's right. But still, just to even think that you could do something like this, because at the end of the day, it is powered by real artificial intelligence. They even have draw a poster to help people understand the harm of staying up late. Even this one where it has the Catholic Church and Baroque places. They even have things like being able to make your own cookbook, where you can do a handwritten journal style, creating a tutorial diagram for ice cream making steps with a step description in English. Even though this is good, how does this compare to other AIs out there? When it comes to text to image, it does seem like GPT image generator is still the best kind of overall, but it does seem like Seedream 4.0 is better in aesthetics. Besides that, it's still beating out the rest of the image generators. It's beating out Gemini 2.5, their previous model Seedream, even Quinn's image editor. But when it comes to single image editing evaluation, it's actually beating out ChatGPT in almost every area besides alignment. So that means in text rendering, structure, consistency, it's beating it out. Let alone ChatGPT Gemini's 2.5, which just came out, which I think they're referring to Nano Banana here, but it's not explicitly said. Now let's really get to some use cases of what you can actually do with Seedream 4.0. We saw that image earlier where it was able to get the girl and make it like a 360 photo of her, where you're taking one angle at a time to get a collage of this girl out in the mountains. But you can also go further with that. You can also do things like different styles where you can do the same character but in a book style or illustration style, or reference any style that you want. If you add your own image, you can do it by text or by uploading an image that you want. Also, you can do things like have very detailed text instructions that are very lengthy, and since it's a real AI underneath it, you could really get a lot out of this, even if you want a really specific type of image. Where you see right now with this desk, where it says a cluttered office desk. On the desk there is an open laptop with a screen displaying green code. Next to it, a mug with the word developer on it with steam rising from the top. An open book lies on the desk with pages showing a Venn diagram illustrating the nesting relationship of 3 circles in gray, blue, and light green. A sticky note with a mind map drawn on it, organized in a 3-level vertical structure. A fountain pen with a cap lying beside it. Next to the pen is a smartphone with a new message notification displaying on the screen. In the corner of the desk, there is a small pot of succulent plants. The background is blurred bookshelf. Sunlight shines from the side, casting light on in a shadow on the desk. And they got all of that. You see the developer, you see the Venn diagram, you see the pen, you see the phone, you see the sticky note, and everything on there just with that lengthy sentence. Here, where they have one in the fridge, and it's a little bit shorter, but you can see here on the screen what they have. Interior view of an open fridge, top shelf on the left. There's a carton of milk featuring an illustration of 3 cows of different size grazing of the grassland. On the right, there is an egg holder containing 8 eggs. Middle shelf, a plate holds leftover roasted chicken with a small red flag stuck into it. Next to it is a transparent container filled with strawberries. The container is decorated with images of a pineapple, strawberries, and oranges. Bottom shelf, the vegetable drawer contains lettuce, carrots, and tomatoes. On the door shelf, there are bottles of ketchup and mayonnaise. Even earlier, since Seedream is powered by a real AI, they were able to give us that equation where they was writing it down on the chalkboard. We can do more than that. You can even do infographics, where you can create an infographic showing the cause and effect. Each cause should be presented independently with an icon, where you even see this, the cause of inflation, and it has literally a diagram. So let's say you're more of a visual learner where you do like to read, but maybe you need diagrams and charts to help you out. You can really now put that into an image yourself. Think about you studying and trying to do other things where now you can actually have information at your fingertips in a more neat, concise way and an easy to understand way. Not only that, you could do different things like add, delete, replace, or modify stuff. Where you see this girl here where she has her earrings in on the right, but on the left side, the original image, there are no earrings. As well as you see this input image where she has a hat, you can also ask to remove it. So that's the example of adding and removing. And now also with the replacement, where you see this toast that's jamming out, then it replaces it with a croissant. Same thing you see here with the 3 robots, where you can turn them into transparent robots that are different colors. Not only that, you can sketch whichever you want, where you see here this person kind of sketched a chair and something on the wall like a TV screen, and you see you can actually say insert a TV where the red area is marked and a sofa where the blue area is marked, and it adds it into the image. Even with this one, it says enlarge the title to match the red box and change its style to match the saxophone icon, where you see the sax time was smaller inside the red box and then it got larger to fill up more of that space, but the red box isn't actually there, but it does now match the aesthetic a lot more. Not only that, you can do things like diagram based image generating, where you see here they have this image of a rough outline sketch, and now you see it change into a real living room, where it says generate a photorealistic image of a modern minimalist future furnished living room plus open dining area. The room layout and furniture placement should exactly match the reference. Use a Mediterranean color palette and keep the spatial structure and orientation consistent with the example. The room should appear spacious and 3-dimensional with a sunlit double height ceiling above the dining area from front to back. The scene should include sofa and green plants, television, dining table and chairs, and floor to ceiling windows. Do not include any text or hand drawing edges from the original sketch. As you see, it did pretty good from that sketch, showing where the TV should be, the sofa should be, as well as the table, and then even having the windows and everything. Even did a similar thing where they changed this sketch into a full-blown web page. This is getting really scary. And of course, you can do multiple image inputs, where you can have this peacock here, and then you want to add this dog and replace the peacock with the dog. And you see here, it still kept the text on the screen, but replaced the peacock with a dog. You even see here where it has the image 1 of this girl, then image 2 is these clothes, and they put the girl in the clothes. Same thing with you want to take the style from an image and add it to your image, where they did one with this girl and this Van Gogh looking painting, and they added it to the girl. Also with the sketches that we've seen earlier with the house and with the website, you can even do it with mobile apps, where you can add the layout or the look you want to have, as well as the sketch, and boom, you can put it out. You can put out the kind of mock-up that you think you want to create. This is absolutely amazing, and honestly, they're saying that this beats out Nano Banano and even compete against ChatGPT with their image generator. And I think the next video I post, I'm gonna be putting that to the test. If you want to keep up the latest and greatest AI news, you should definitely like and subscribe. With that being said, your boy Dex9Dexter out.